What if I told you that the life you're living right now can still be filled with joy, even if everything around you feels broken? What if I told you that you don't have to put your happiness on hold until your prayers are answered, until you get the job, the partner, the breakthrough, until the storm calms? It's easy to feel stuck, defeated, and overwhelmed when life throws curveballs at you. But here's something powerful I want to share with you today, a truth that could change the way you live, think, and grow. You don't have to suspend your joy because of a situation. You don't need to put joy on a future calendar. Joy isn't only found on the other side of achievement, in the midst of perfection, or in the comfort of certainty. Joy is found in the present moment, in the quiet confidence that everything will work out as it should. Let's unpack this together. Let's explore how you can live with joy, not because life is always perfect, but because you've found something deeper. Something stronger. Something lasting. 1. Joy is not a reaction, it's a decision. Too often, we make our joy a reward instead of a foundation. We say, I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll be joyful when the pain stops. I'll smile again when the apology comes. But what happens when those things take longer than expected? What happens when healing takes time, when dreams are delayed, or when people don't apologize? You see, joy is not meant to be a hostage. It's not something you release only when conditions are perfect. Real joy is a mindset, a perspective, a firm decision to rise above pain, fear, and uncertainty and say, I will not let life's storms rob me of my peace. This is not denial. It's not pretending like things are okay when they're not. It's choosing to walk in divine confidence, that no matter what happens, you are still seen, still loved, and still victorious. 2. Don't rush what requires time and growth. Some of the most beautiful things in life take time to bloom. A seed planted today does not become a tree overnight. Skills, wisdom, maturity, healing, these things are cultivated over time. But in our fast-paced world, we've become conditioned to expect instant results. Instant answers, instant relief. But let me be honest with you, there are some things you cannot microwave. You can't rush spiritual growth. You can't fast-forward healing. You can't manipulate maturity. And you know what? That's okay, because everything that truly lasts takes time. When you understand this, you'll stop being frustrated with the process. You'll stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 10. You'll stop trying to manipulate timing and start trusting God's process. Growth is not just about getting from point A to point B. It's about becoming, and that takes time. So, breathe, be patient, keep sowing the seeds. Your time is coming. 3. Stop blaming, start owning. Here's one of the hardest truths you'll ever have to accept, but it's also one of the most liberating. Your future is not in the hands of people, your past, or your pain. Let me say that again for the person in the back. Your destiny is not controlled by your boss, your parents, your ex, your enemies, or your background. It's between you and God. Blaming others may feel justified. And maybe you were wronged. Maybe they did betray you. Maybe you had a rough start. But here's what I need you to understand. Blame keeps you stuck. Ownership sets you free. When you keep blaming your pain on people or circumstances, you give them power over your life. But when you say, I take responsibility for how I move forward, you begin to take your power back. It's not about denying the pain. It's about choosing not to live in it forever. You don't have to wait for people to fix what they broke. You don't have to wait for apologies to move on. You don't have to keep replaying the worst moments of your life like a movie stuck on repeat. You get to choose what story you live in. And if that story includes healing, joy, and restoration, you're allowed to live it fully. 4. God is the restorer of time. Let's go even deeper. You may have lost time. You may have wasted years in the wrong relationship. You may have spent seasons trapped in fear, depression, or addiction. You may be grieving time that can never be returned, and wondering, can anything good come out of this? Here's the truth. God is not just the creator of time. He's the restorer of time. He knows how to restore your wasted years. And not just to bring you back to where you used to be, but to bring you into a place better than where you would have been if you never lost anything. When God restores, He multiplies. He redeems. He renews. He adds meaning to pain and purpose to brokenness. So don't live in regret. Don't keep punishing yourself. Don't keep rehearsing your failures. Lift your eyes. Your story is not over. And the best part, God is still writing it. 5. Believe the best about people, even when it's hard. This is where many of us struggle. Life has a way of making us cynical. When people hurt us, we build walls instead of boundaries. We protect our hearts by shutting them down. But let me tell you something radical, something that will make your heart breathe again. You can still believe the best in others, and not be naive. You can still see the good in people without tolerating abuse. You can walk in love, not because everyone deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Thinking the best of others doesn't mean you ignore red flags or act like people didn't hurt you. It means you choose to live free from bitterness. It means you choose to live above offense. It means you believe that if God can heal you, change you, and love you, He can do it for others too. When you choose to be kind, when you walk in love, when you give grace, you reflect the heart of God. You don't lose when you love. You win. 6. You are not a victim, you are a vessel. You're not here just to survive. You're here to shine. You're not just a product of your circumstances. You are a child of God, a vessel of hope, a light in the dark. There is purpose in your story. There is greatness in your DNA. There is divine power in your presence. So stop shrinking. Stop settling. Stop playing small just because life tried to intimidate you. You are more than what happened to you. You are more than the doors that closed. You are more than the mistakes you made. You are called. You are chosen. You are equipped. And when you walk in that truth, everything about your life begins to change, not because your circumstances changed, but because you did. Let me wrap this up with a few truths I want you to remember every single day. You can have joy even when life is messy. You can grow even when progress feels slow. You can own your story without being defined by your past. You can trust that your years are not wasted, because God restores. You can love, forgive, and hope, even after pain. And most importantly, you can live free. This is not motivational fluff. This is a call to wholeness. A call to rise. A call to live the kind of life that's rooted in grace, grown in truth, and anchored in purpose. If this message spoke to your heart today, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what stood out to you the most? What hit you differently? What truth do you need to start walking in today? Your story matters. Your voice matters. And your journey is not a waste. So walk with joy, grow with patience, own your life, and trust that God is still at work. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep shining, keep healing, and keep becoming.